Thank you for joining me for today's very short, sweet practice. Um, Today we are going to still be focusing on our theme of the week, ahimsa. So we're going to tie that into our meditation at the end. This practice is going to be probably like 15 minutes long. Like we're going to get in, we're going to do some nice flows, and then we're done. So when you're ready, we're going to start at the top of our mat in mountain pose or Tadasana. So coming to stand at the top of the mat, rooting all four corners of your feet, rolling your shoulders down and back away from your ears, standing tall and reaching through the crown of your head. We're just going to take a few short breaths here together just to join in on our practice today. I am outside. It is the middle of the afternoon, so you might hear some background noise in our practice today, but let's hope that these microphones really eliminate most of that. On your inhale, reaching your arms up for the sky. Excellent. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rolling yourself all the way back up, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to stay in Tadasana, and we're going to bring our hands into a cactus position. So elbows just right in front of the shoulders and palms facing each other. We're going to do some standing cat and cows today just to keep ourselves off of our wrists. So as you inhale, we're going to open our arms out to the side, arching our back and looking up towards the sky. And as you exhale, begin to round the spine, curling yourself inward and just coming into that cat posture. Inhale to open and expand the heart. And exhale to round the spine, tucking the tailbone in here just to get the full stretch of the back body. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale to round. One more inhale. Cow. And exhale, rounding the spine here. And then just coming back into neutral mountain pose. On our next inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. And taking your right hand and reaching it over to your left wrist, we're just going to do a side bend, coming over to the right side and stretching the left side of the body. Ensuring not to collapse down into your hip here. We want to have like a line reaching up towards the sky so you can really get into that side stretch. Inhale back up and just switch. We're going to reach for our right wrist and begin to stretch over to the left side. Ensuring that both hips are facing the front of the mat. I don't want any twisting. Perfect. Back up to center and exhale, forward fold. Allowing a nice generous bend to your knees here. We want our chest to really lay upon our upper thighs, and then just let our upper body hang heavy here in ragdoll pose. You may place your hands just down on the ground or reach for opposite elbows and sway back and forth. Really feeling the decompression in the lower back. And relaxing the neck and the head. Perfect. Begin to roll yourself up very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, until you come to stand all the way up. Okay, I'm going to come just into the middle of my mat so I'm in the shot completely. And we're going to put all of our weight into our left leg, bringing our right knee up to our chest, ensuring the hips stay level and squared. We're going to extend our foot out, keeping our toes flexed towards the sky. My hamstrings are incredibly tight after this shift. This is as far as I can go, and that's okay. If this is too much for you, just keep your knee bent like this. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our right ankle over our left thigh, and we're going to come into a standing pigeon pose. So beginning to bring the hips down, feeling the stretch here in our outer thigh. Your hands can stay either at your hips, heart center. If you feel adventurous, courageous, feel free to bring them out to the side here, kind of like a toppling tree or an airplane. And just remembering to breathe here and creating that space in that outer hip. Wonderful. Coming to stand all the way back up. And just give that a little shake out. And we're going to put our weight into our right thigh and just do the other side here. So lift up the left leg. Perfect. And if it's good for you for balance, definitely have a bend into your standing leg. When you're ready, extend the leg out, keeping your toes flexed, pointing to the sky. And bringing that left ankle over top of the right thigh. Begin to sit your hips down and back. Perfect. And keeping this left foot flexed just to protect the knee joint. Perfect. On the next inhale, we're going to come to stand all the way up. Coming back to the top of our mat. Inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Perfect. And we're going to roll all the way back up again. Coming into a high lunge, we're going to step our left leg back, keeping our knee over our ankle on the front. And on your inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Back leg nice and strong. Perfect. On your exhale, we're going to just twist open to the right side. Perfect. Inhale, reaching the arms back overhead, high lunge. We're going to come into a little flow here. So on your exhale, we're going to tilt from our hips, leaning over our front thighs and bringing our arms back behind us. On the inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Look up if that feels good for you. And exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And one more time, exhale, tilting forward over that thigh. Excellent. So we're going to come into a warrior 3 posture. So I just want to step that back leg forward just a little bit here. And you're going to begin to lift the leg up off the ground and using a counterbalance by reaching through the crown of your head forward. Your hands can stay on your hips, back behind you, or out in front of you if that's in your practice today. Perfect. And just coming back into Tadasana at the front of your mat. Shaking that out, loosening up those hips. Perfect. We're going to just come to the other side now. So stepping our right leg back, high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Perfect. Hips squared to the front of the mat. And as you exhale, twisting open to the left side. Inhale, high lunge. And exhale, we're going to go back into that flow. So bringing your arms back behind you, tilting over your front thigh. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale, tilting forward. Inhale, arms up. Perfect. One more time. Exhale, reaching the arms back. Perfect. Coming into warrior three on the other side, just bring that back foot forward just a little bit, finding your balance, and begin to lift the back leg off the mat. And when you're ready, coming to stand, back into mountain pose. Give that a good shake. Perfect. We're gonna come into a tree pose. So I'm just gonna face you so you can see how it looks. We're gonna shift our weight into our left leg, turn out our ankle, and we can place our foot on our shin, thigh, but really just avoid the knee joint here. So find what's best for you. Keeping our hips level and squared to the front. Hands can stay on our hips. Come to heart center. And if you're feeling really brave and courageous, bringing them up above your head and even closing your eyes. So really practice that balance today. Wonderful. When you're ready, just bringing that foot down, putting your weight into your right leg, and we'll just do that on the other side. So again, shin, thigh, but never onto your knee joint. Bringing it up, hands to heart center or your hips, and really finding your drishti, that spot of stillness to help you balance during this posture. And it's okay if your tree tumbles. Trees aren't typically still. And if you fall out, feel free just to come back into the posture or just wait for us in mountain pose. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna come to step on the long length of our mat. We're gonna come into goddess pose. So taking your feet wider than your hips, toes pointing out to the corners of your mat. We're gonna come into a squat position and really engage your glutes so your knees are pulling outwards. Okay, hands can stay on your hips. Heart center, if that's good for you as well. We're gonna practice some balance here. So we're going to lift up our right ankle and just hold that. Keeping those glutes engaged. We're gonna lower that ankle down. Perfect. Left ankle, we're gonna lift that up high. And just lower that back down. Okay. We're gonna lift up both of our ankles now. And just hold that for a few breaths. Wonderful. And just rolling that out, shaking out our hips. Whew. All right, we're gonna come into a forward fold. So just toe, heel your feet in just a little bit. Toes pointing inwards, pigeon-toed. And we're gonna bend from our hips, not our back. So with a long spine, begin to reach the crown of the head forward as you are tilting down from your hips. Perfect. Hand placement can be wherever is comfortable for you. So splayed on the ground, reaching for your ankles, or even in a bind behind your back if you're feeling really flexible. Allow your neck and head to completely relax here in this posture. Perfect. Walking your hands out just in front of you. We're going to come into a halfway lift just to extend our spine, placing our hands on our hips and come all the way back up to standing. We're going to toe heel our feet in just a little bit more, about hip width. And we're going to come down into Malasana or a yogi squat. So coming down, reaching your sit bones towards the ground, keeping your spine long and your head reaching towards, top of your head reaching towards the sky. My hips are feeling a bit tight, so I'm just going to rock back and forth, and you're welcome to do that yourself. Perfect. And when you're ready, just come to sit on your sit bones. We're going to come into our final meditation practice today. If you feel like laying down in Shavasana, that is completely up to you. Wherever you do find yourself, when you are there, begin to close your eyes and just begin to tune back into your breath. Feeling as the inhale reaches the heart, the lungs, and the belly. Beginning to tune back into yourself and slowing down after our short and sweet practice. So in this moment, I'd like to invite us to come back to our theme this week of ahimsa, or nonviolence, of courage and of bravery. Courage demands our best self, and that means a self in balance. Balance creates harmony within us, and harmony within us will naturally express itself in external actions. Balance does not look a certain way because it's not a set standard. It comes from listening to the guidance and wisdom of your inner voice. For the rest of the day and for the rest of the week, I invite you to listen to your body. Do you need more sleep? Do you need more water? More exercise? Do you feel like you need to be more compassionate and kind to yourself? Act upon the messages of your body and explore what balance looks like for you. Creating harmony within us will create harmony outside of us. And a world in harmony is a world of nonviolence. Thank you for coming to practice today. Super short and sweet. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week. You're more than welcome to stay where you are as long as you want.